operating zone identification feature in CalG. This operating zone identification feature provides you the insights of data. Let me show in detail. So operating zone identification has two options. One is use performance curves of engine and the other is engine data. And we have here two test cycles as of now in CalG, which are ESC and ETC, which are basically the steady state cycle and transient cycle for heavy duty engines, and the other one is world harmonized steady state cycle and world harmonized transient cycle for heavy duty application. And we can also have other cycles included in custom CalG. So let's take WHSC and WHTC and submit. So in the earliest stages of development, we need to know what are the emission points that this specification engine will be running in the emission test cycles. This particular engine has the low idle speed of 800 rpm and the performance curve starts from 1000 rpm at 200 Nm torque, and the max speed of engine is 4600 rpm, which is the high idle, which is the zero torque, means zero power. And the maximum torque of 450 Nm is between 1600 rpm to 2400 rpm. When this particular engine is running in the emission test cycles, which are WHSC and WHTC, where are the emission points focused on? Now you can see here, when we try to generate the test cycles, the red indicates the steady state cycle and the blue indicates the transient cycle. Let us zoom into the plot. This shows the idle point, which is 800 rpm. Almost 22% of time, thus this WHSC cycle is running at this particular point. And you can see 11%, 13%, 8%, 13%, 7, 11, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3. Multiple points. These are the emission points when WHSC cycle, this particular engine is running. And you can also see the transient cycle where this particular engine is running. So we can also export the result. Operating zone result 1. So this is saved. Now we can open that result and also see it. Let me open that file. So this is a file which we have created now. So you can see here, this provides two sheets. One is steady state time contribution and transient state time contribution. So in the steady state, we can see these 4 points. So in the steady, you can see these 4 points, which is idle point 800, and we can see all the points. So 2158 rpm and 450 torque, 2158.123 rpm, 112.5. Basically 2158, 1315, 1664, 450, 1417, 112, 1911, 315, 1911, 112.5, 2158, 225, and 2651, 450, 1664, 225, 1664, 112.5, and again the idle point is repeated. So basically we have 12 emission points for WHSC cycle. Similarly, for WHTC cycle, we have so many contributions in the different zones. This gives you an insight of where this engine is running in these test cycles. This is with respect to the engine performance curves. This is really needed at the early stage of development, where the first time engine is running, and try to understand where are these points located. Now let's see the other option, which is use data. So when I use data, it doesn't mean it is a WHSC or WHTC or ESC or ETC. You can upload any steady state test cycle data. So let me show you what is the format of the steady state data it should be. Let me open this file. So you can see this has speed and torque RPM. So we have here 13 points. This shows you the data for steady state should be in each point wise, and this is the point at this cycle. First point, second point, third point, fourth point, fifth point. Similarly, all the 13 points. So at these 13 points, when the test has been taken, so this gives the weighing factor as per the ESC cycle, and this is the fuel quantity consumed at this point, and these are the emissions coming at those points. Let's upload this data, and similarly we have the same parameters for the transient cycle. Let me upload the data now. Once we upload the data, we need to map to the right parameter. So I uploaded the steady state data. Now I'm uploading transient cycle data. Once I upload the steady state and transient state, so transient state can be for a test cycle or on a road data, anything. Here the focus is to understand how much time these points are contributing at this total cycle. It can be road data, it can be emission cycle data, as I mentioned earlier. You can see the 4 plots, which are the time-based contribution and the percentage of fuel consumed, and the 2 optimizations which we are looking for in next stages, which are the NOx and soot. What are the contributions of those emissions in those data? So the first one shows the time contribution. This shows 15% of the time for steady state data is running at this point, and 7% for a transient state is running at this point. Here also it shows 18% time is running here, 9% time is running here, 7% is running at this point. Similarly, all the other points. The red indicates the steady state and the blue indicates the transient state. Here also you can export the results and save it. This plot gives you the time contribution. So for example, when this engine is running in these conditions, 15% of time is running at this point and 8% running at this point. Let's consider these two extreme points, 15 and 8. Let's see the fuel consumed. So when 15% of time is running here, the fuel consumed at this point is close to 0. It was not exactly 0, but it was very close to 0. It was in decimals. On the other hand, if you see, when we have 8% time of running at this point and it is consuming 16% of fuel. So you can see here 15% time and close to 0% fuel, 8% time but 16% of fuel. Similarly, 9% is time and 16% of fuel, 8% time and 12% of fuel, 10% of time but only 5% of fuel. So on the other side, if you see the outputs which we are trying to target later stages, so NOx and soot are the outputs. When we have 15% of time, this is producing 2% of NOx in the whole cycle. Similarly, for PM, 9% is getting produced here. So these 4 plots give you most insights to understand the main factors of optimization and what is the time contribution. So you can export the result and see the results in Excel file. So this is a demo of operating zone identification, which helps you to identify the right set of points to optimize. For example, if you are looking to optimize NOx, this gives you insight, okay, which points to select in a right way to optimize the NOx at those whole cycles. Similarly, if your focus is more on reducing PM, which are the points you have to focus? Similarly, if you have to reduce the fuel consumed, what are the points to focus? So this provides you insights on what are the operating zone points from this feature. Thanks for watching this demo.